Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. May I take this opportunity to welcome you to Royal Holloway. This ceremony is being filmed. After the ceremony, the video will be made available to download from the graduation website. Please ensure that all mobile phones, pages, and digital watches are turned off. In the unlikely event of an emergency, and should we need to evacuate the building, guests in the chapel and picture gallery should leave by the door through which they entered the venue. Guests requiring assistance will be escorted. Once you have left the venue, please follow the directions of the stewards, who will guide you to the nearest assembly point. The ceremony will commence shortly. We ask that you do not leave the venue once the ceremony has begun. Thank you. And for the arrival of the principal's procession.
take your seats. Distinguished guests, parents, friends, and above all, graduands. On behalf of the college, I'm delighted to welcome you to Royal Holloway on this very important occasion, our graduation ceremony. It is wonderful to see so many people gathered here for this unique occasion. We welcome those of you who are visiting for the first time, as well as those returning to a place that has become familiar. To you all, and especially to those about to graduate, who have been awarded first degrees and postgraduate degrees, we extend a very warm welcome. We hope you enjoy this ceremony and have a memorable and happy day. Ladies and gentlemen, we now welcome the graduands procession led by the Dean of Arts and Social Science, Professor James Knowles. Would you please stand? take your seats. During this morning's ceremony, graduates from the Department of History will be presented to the Principal, Professor Paul Lozelle. The first group of graduates presented this morning are those who have studied towards first degrees. These graduates have studied for 3 or 4 years for the degree of Bachelor of Arts. The next group of graduates will be awarded a Master of Arts by Research degree. These graduates have studied at postgraduate level for at least 1 year and have taken their studies to the boundaries of existing knowledge in their academic field. They will be followed by graduates who will be awarded the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Each of their research has made an original contribution to knowledge through the discovery of new facts and the exercise of independent critical judgment. Please remain in your seats for the duration of the ceremony. The order of the presentation is set out in the graduation programme. I call upon the Dean of Arts and Social Science, Professor James Knowles.
Today, we recognise and celebrate the achievements of our students who have studied in the Department of History. The department is one of the largest in the country. It hosts internationally recognised centres that between them explore the diverse histories of the Holocaust, the Hellenic world, public history, the body and material culture, South Asia, and through its pioneering Bedford Centre, that of women and gender. These areas of research and expertise are integrated into its wide-ranging undergraduate and postgraduate curriculum, stretching from the ancient past to the very contemporary times. This diversity is reflected in the activities of academic staff and a well-deserved reputation for excellent research, marked this year by, among many, Justin Champion's election to a Leverhulme Trust Emeritus Professorship, and Daniel Beer's award of the Kundal Prize in Historical Literature for his House of the Dead, Siberian Exile under the Tsars. History at Royal Holloway, however, goes far beyond traditional research and publication to include advisory roles to governmental bodies, extensive press and media appearances, and work with museums and similar cultural and historical bodies. Indeed, the very valuable external impact of the department's research was acknowledged as excellent in the last National Research Excellence Framework. And this externally engaged research can also be seen again in Justin Champion's nomination for the Historical Association's prestigious Medicop Medal for outstanding contributions to history. It is now with great pleasure that we move to the presentation of graduates.
I call upon the head of the Department of History, Professor Kate Cooper.
Principal, I would like to present the graduands from the Department of History for the award of Bachelor of Arts in History. Maria Akhtar. Lorna Allen. Yeliz Ataoglu. Danny Baines. Dominique Baldwin. Jasmine Banissi. Alicia Barron. James Batterson. Charlotte Baxter Reed. Alexandra Beale. Charlotte Beaver. Daniel Bennett. Adam Best. Jacqueline Bibby. Eliza Bichard. Thomas Birch. Henry Bowater. Benjamin Bowen. Tamara Brower. James Brooks. William Brown. Danielle Bouy. Sarah Bull. Joseph Butler. Louis Chell. Cohen Clancy. Michael Coleman. Henry Court. Evangeline Courtier. James Curry. Rosemary Dunn. Marcus Discombe. Sonia Dodia. James Doherty. Emily Dresser. For the Francis Robinson Prize for Best Overall Single Honors Graduate, Daniel Edgar. James Elliott. For the Head of Department's Prize for Significant Contribution to the Department and the Head of Department's Prize for Historiography, joint second, Abigail Evans. Nina Farizov. Alexander Fearon. For the Head of Department's Prize for Significant Contribution to the Department and Head of Department's Prize for Historiography, joint third, Megan Filtkins. Christopher Finch. Jennifer Finn. For the Head of Department's Prize for Significant Contribution to the Department, Colette Firestone. Peter Fitzer. For the Gillian Harris Prize for Best Collegiate Student, Poppy Ann Forbes. William Ford. Dina Gestoso Matar. Thomas Gibbons. Chelsea Gibson. Lucy Goddard. Jody Goffin. Ishtar Golant. Bethany Gooding. Jake Green. Sinead Grover. Kieran Hay. James Hardy. Elise Harrington. Edward Hartshorn. William Hawkins. Paige Haynes. Callum Hurd. Alexander Henderson. Olivia Hicks. David Hildebrand. Fiona Horridge. Rachel Houghton. Holly Hughes. James Huntley Smith. Kate Hurst. Degan Ismail. Sarah Ismail. Sophia Iwaniuk. Neem Jennings. Lucy Johnson. Daniel Joyner. Prableen Kaur. Ellie Kavanagh. Sabrina Kenan. Natasha Kitcher. Shimon Kurek. Emily Lafford. George Lawley. Chloe Lay. Hannah Leonard. Kieran Long. Mary Lord. Jessica Lovell. Ryan Malhi. Jack Malaby. Montaz Marche. William Mars. Harold Maciaszek. For the head of Department's Prize for Historiography, Joint Third, Max McAlpine Bearcroft. Robbie McLennan. Francesca Mills. Alexander Morley. Flora Neal. Taylor Newman. Lewis Nicholson Pallett. Tommy Noyes. Tasha O'Connor. Holly O'Gorman. Harrison O'Sullivan. Megan Peacock. Leonard Philippe. Rebecca Puento. Aidan Poles. Charles Pond. Jessica Porritt. Anuka Randev. Joshua Rice. Louis Robinson. For the Jonathan Riley Smith Prize for Best Dissertation and the Head's First Prize for Historiography, Elena Rossi. Oliver Rushby. For the Jonathan Riley Smith, a prize for Best Dissertation and Head's Prize for Historiography, joint second, Harry Sanders Jolliffe. Constance Schulp. Jake Scullion. Beth Sakari. Ishar Singh. Molly Sisson. Eleanor Skelton. Joseph Smith. Alicia Snape. Curtis Spencer. Damie Starks. Eleanor Stavely. Deborah Stewart. Helena Sue. Amy Swainston. Hannah Swarbrick. Farrell Tang. Samuel Terry. Hannah Tees. Michaela Tonkinson. Ava Towers. For the Heads Prize for Historiography, joint second, Felicia Wakefield. Liberty Wallace. Christopher Webb. Louis White. Jasmine Willingale. Amelia Witt. Karis Wood. Isabel Wood. Molly Ann Woodburn. Daniel Woolley. Helen Worrell. For the award of Bachelor of Arts degrees in History with an international year, Tahsin Findick. Kyle Hoekstra. Tamar Kingston. Lindsay White. For the award of Bachelor of Arts degrees in Modern History and Politics, Jasleen Bonsai. Alice Chatband. Joshua Dare, Connor Deeth, Jacqueline Fletcher, Paul Fricker, Alana Gillard, Ahmad Hendi, Poppy Huskinson, Callum McGrath, Simon Moore, Charles Noakes, Philip O'Connor, Sean O'Malley, Eleanor Pells, Charlotte Rubery, Rosie Walden, Hannah Walker, for the award of Bachelor Arts degrees in History and International Relations, James Bahus, Maximilian Bruning, Rachel Chiriga, Gareth Evans, Abigail Freyden, Madison Hicks, Henry Hodge, Will Hunnessett, Toby Leverington Gee, Jake Short, Elizabeth Silverberg, Jessica Suckling, Emma Ward, for the award of Bachelor of Arts degrees in History and a joint program including English, Music, and Philosophy, Jessica Benson. Maria Horty. Ellie Coleman. Amelia Everett. Hanan Hassan. Kira Hopkins. Harry Hughes. Thomas Norman. For the award of Bachelor of Arts degrees in Ancient and Medieval History, Thomas Cribb. Eliza Kettle. Thomas Williams. For the award of Master of Philosophy degrees, Conceptualizing Contemporary Anti-Semitism, How Debates about Immigration Have Shaped the Understanding of Jew Hatred in Germany and Britain Since 1945, supervised by Dr. Rudolf Moos, Dorta Letzman. For the award of Doctor of Philosophy degrees, The Mischievous Marys, Rituals of Queenship in 16th Century England and Scotland, supervised by Dr. Anna Whitelock, Mariana Brockman. The Pro-Life Campaign in England, 1966 to 1989, supervised by Dr. Stella Moss, Olivia D. Cornwall and the Kingdom, Connectivity, Cohesion and Integration, circa 1300 to circa 1420, supervised by Professor Nigel Saul, Samuel Drake. In the Midst of Death, Medical Responses to the Great Plague of 1665 with special reference to John Allen, supervised by Professor Peregrine Harden, Laura Thorpe. That concludes the presentation of graduands from the Department of History at this ceremony.
Choral scholars of the college will now perform Greensleeves and Summertime.
Alas, my love, you do me wrong to
We will now proceed with the induction of a new Honorary Fellow of the College, Ian Ross. The appointment of Honorary Fellow is an award to those who have achieved eminence in their field and have made an outstanding contribution to the life and work of the college, either of the parent colleges or to the cause of education generally. The college greatly values the contribution of its Honorary Fellows. Today's award will be presented by Mr. Stephen Cox, Chairman of Council. I call upon Professor Rafael Yanez Munoz from the School of Biological Sciences to present Ian Ross.
Chairman of Council, it is my privilege to present to you Mr. Ian Ross. This honor is awarded in recognition of Ian's exceptional contribution to Royal Holloway during the decade he has spent as a member of the College Council from 2007, initially as an alumni representative and latterly as vice chair, where his wise advice, not to mention his mischievous sense of humor, was much valued by all his colleagues. Through his membership of the Council, Ian has devoted a considerable amount of time to his alma mater. A qualified chartered director, Ian's 40-year career has embraced the international life sciences sector. He has successfully completed multiple financing transactions and, with over 25 years in cross-border management as a chairman and CEO, his advice was hugely valued by the Council and the College. As a Council member, Ian also worked to promote the interests of the College, building networks and encouraging supporters. Ian's dedication to Royal Holloway began while he was a student reading biochemistry. Ian was known for many things, including being the college DJ and compare, completing a 7-day snooker marathon, and getting into the Guinness Book of Records. After graduating, Ian served as vice president of the Student Union from 1975 to 1976. During this time, Ian was responsible for transforming the Athlon Dining Hall into a venue that hosted huge 70s rock bands, including Black Sabbath, Mango Jerry, and Curved Air. In his final year, Ian was advised to focus his energies more on biochemistry. It is not known if he did, but his graduation, together with his student union successes, led to his first job with BAS. Ian took more than his degree away from Holloway. Barbara, a student from the arts department, went on to become his wife. Ian took a while to find his professional passion, or, in the wording of the current college campaign, to find his why. But when he did, it was with a bang. In 1978, he joined the pharmaceutical industry and worked for major companies, including Sandoz, Hoffmann La Roche, and Celtec Group plc, where he persuaded the governor of New Hampshire to give them $30 million to build a biotech manufacturing facility, which has now become the largest site in the US for producing monoclonal antibodies. Now, you will realize that I'm reading a speech. I've never done that in my 30 years career, and there are many reasons for that. And the next 2 paragraphs exemplify why. So at the end of each of them, I'm going to tell you why. Thereafter, he became a turnaround expert in the biotech industry. He has raised over £350 million for biotech companies, led 6 IPOs, and currently he is chairman of 3 innovative public companies: eTherapeutics plc in Oxford, Redex Pharma plc in Cheshire, and Cassia Therapeutics in Sydney. I first met Ian in 2011. As a member of council, Ian took a keen interest in my proposal of a Royal Holloway Centre for Gene and Cell Therapy. After much development, the centre was approved earlier this year and is becoming increasingly important in the field of therapeutics for rare diseases. If I was speaking off the cuff today, I would have told you that only this week, a second possible therapy developed at Royal Holloway has been licensed to a major company to be taken to clinical trials. And that may make a massive difference to people affected by a rare disease that you will have never heard of, oculopharyngeal muscular dystrophy. Second paragraph. If his professional activity was not enough to keep him busy, Ian has been a trustee of a number of charities. He's a keen golfer, an avid football fan, and has become a significant shareholder and director of Aldershot Town Football Club, which is already benefiting from his turnaround skills. You can guess why, but who in his right mind would stand in a public gathering in England today and mention the word football? Right? Well, students here learn many things, not just history. They learn teamwork. They learn to become professionals. They learn to cope with deception and disappointment. And that's what we saw on the pitch yesterday. But what I would tell them, and I would have mentioned football today in my teaching if I was teaching to them, that they should take example from their manager, who went around and after congratulating the manager of the opposite side, lifted off the pitch those players who were so dejected that were sitting on the ground, embraced every single one of them, had played or not, embraced his whole technical team, and demonstrated how to be gracious in defeat. Because it's a very important thing to learn from disappointment, to learn teamwork. And those are the kind of things that we teach our students here. And I'm sure Ian would have learned them here because I know some of the people who taught Ian during his time as a student. And now to finish. As Vice Chair of Council, Ian has brought his commercial skills and acumen to the service of the college. He was closely involved in the campus refurbishment, in particular, the new Emily Wilding Davison building, a flagship project for college. Ian is a person of courage and determination and put his all into backing the college. In recognition, therefore, of the extraordinary amount of time and energy which he has dedicated to the college to ensure that it continues to flourish, despite his countless other responsibilities, may I invite you, Chairman of Council, to induct as an Honorary Fellow of Royal Holloway and Bedford New College, Mr. Ian Ross.
Good morning. I actually spoke to your children earlier and told them a few things. I'm sure they'll tell you afterwards. Anyway, I have got a written speech, and as it's quite emotional for me, I'm going to read it out, and I'm not going to go off-piste. I promise, Paul. Chairman of Council, Principal, honoured guests, it's an enormous privilege to be asked to say a few words of thanks to the community of Royal Holloway for the honour that has been bestowed upon me today. I'm passionate about Royal Holloway. I'm also passionate about the biotech industry in which I'm still heavily involved. As a consequence, when I was invited to give the 2013 Thomas Holloway Lecture, which I entitled with that catchy title, From Clone to Clinic, I was honoured to be able to combine my two passions. My aim was to outline my journey through my various business successes and failures in the hope that the students that attended could not only perhaps learn from my mistakes, but also have an insight into the business of science. In preparing for the lecture, I was keen to learn more about Thomas Holloway, because I knew, like me, he had a foundation in pharmaceutical marketing. I learned two things. Firstly, I can confirm that we're all here today because of the success of Holloway's pills and potions, which were indicated for, and I actually quote from the advertising materials of those days, bad legs, bad breasts, burns, bunions, bites, mosquito and sandflies, scolds, chago foot, chilblains, cancers, elephantitis, fistula, gout, glandular swellings, lumbago, piles, rheumatism, sore throat, sore head, scurvy, tumors, ulcers, yaws, and sore nipples. Holloway was the master salesman, and his major strapline was good mothers should give their children a couple of Holloway pills every single week, just in case. The second and most important thing I learned about Mr. Holloway was that it was indeed Mrs. Holloway who persuaded him to invest his enormous wealth in education and the foundation of this institution, and we should be very grateful for her intervention. I very much hope that my endeavors in the business of science have produced more scientific and targeted and effective medicines than those of Thomas Holloway. However, without doubt, this university, which he founded, has provided me personally with a home that has allowed me to develop and hone the skills that I have in turn hopefully contributed a little back to the university over the last few years. For me, this is a living and ongoing relationship, and extended by the honor of this fellowship conferred. At its best, it is a relationship that extends to all members of Royal Holloway community and beyond. And as our young graduates go forward from today to make their way in life, I can assure them, and you and your families, friends, that they will always have a legacy of Royal Holloway. During my time here, as has been mentioned, I'm proud to say that I have actually watched our principal, Paul Lizelle, galvanize this institution over the last 7 or 8 years. And it really has been a pleasure for me to work with him and his team to make a small contribution to where we are today. Personally, as was mentioned, I was involved in the construction and the design of our new library, the Student Services Building, the Emily Wilder Davison Building. I hesitated there because I was determined to call it the Ross Library, but I lost out. But it is a very important building because it's an emblem of the recognition of the importance of the emancipation of women, of which I'm very proud. This community is made up of people who care for each other, be the staff working across the institution in all roles, be they the students or alumni, or be they the friends of Royal Holloway more broadly. We lose that at our peril. So let me formally give a huge thank you to you, the community of Royal Holloway, for recognizing me with this honor. I will continue to engage as much as I can to promote the success of the university, and I hope this will reciprocate the honor you pay me today. Finally, please remember Royal Holloway, and remember what our founder said, keep taking the pills. Thank you.
This concludes proceedings for the award of Honorary Fellow. The Principal will now make a closing address.
Thank you. Chair of Council, Honorary Fellow, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to be able to add my welcome to this graduation ceremony. Although primarily focused on our students, today is special for us all. For our graduating students, it's a landmark in an educational journey in which they've gained a place in one of the world's top universities, achieved high levels of academic performance, and acquired knowledge and skills that will ease their path into employment. Institutions like ours operate and compete on a global basis, and our students are judged by world standards, making their achievements all the more impressive. For parents, families, and friends, I'm delighted that you've been able to join us today, whether from the UK or from one of the 120 countries represented by our international student community. I'm sure you are as proud of our graduate success as they're grateful to you for the support and encouragement that you've given them. So on their behalf, I'd like to thank you for the difference that you've made to them during their studies
And I'd encourage you to be proud of your contribution to the achievements we're celebrating today. All of this would not have been possible without the efforts of our staff, and today is special for them as well. It is said that the two most important days in your life are the day you were born and the day you find out why. As each of our graduates starts a new phase in their life, I hope we've helped them find their own why, so that they can embark on the next stage of their lives with confidence and certainty in their own purpose, ambition, and future. There are many factors that have helped to make this happen. First, our staff, who are central to everything we do, and graduates will have engaged with women and men who are leaders in their field. That leadership comes from the fundamental and applied research undertaken by our staff, with over 80% of that work independently assessed as world-leading or internationally excellent. The curiosity and critical thinking that underpins our staff research will have helped today's graduates develop their own sense of exploration, discovery, and challenge. The same staff deliver high-quality courses supported by others in the wider learning environment and with the support of the Students' Union. And these courses see high levels of satisfaction, as shown in the National Student Satisfaction Survey, where last year we achieved an overall satisfaction rate of 88%. This measure, together with a 10% increase in graduate-level employability since 2015, has resulted in improvements in our position in the major league tables, helping to grow our reputation and to maintain and increase the enduring value of the qualifications our graduates have worked so hard to achieve. These achievements continue a tradition where for over 130 years we've delivered outstanding education in a building that reflects the ambition and confidence of our founders and in which we now sit. Whilst this building still plays a central role in the life of our university, the needs of today's students and staff are more demanding. And for this reason, 5 years ago, we embarked upon a major campus upgrade program, the highlight of which, as we heard, was the opening of the Emily Wilding Davidson building. Named by our students in honour of a former Royal Holloway student and women's rights campaigner, the building houses many of the central services needed to support our students. I hope you'll have a chance to look round the building today and experience the difference that it has made to our students. Many of today's graduates joined us when the Chancellor of the University of London, Her Royal Highness the Princess Royal, Princess Anne, formally opened the building last October. The scale of the development and its positive impact on our learning community is a modern-day reflection of our founders' ambition and commitment to supporting our students. And it represents a legacy from today's students and staff and governing body to future generations. Our staff and facilities have helped our graduates to succeed in gaining a high-quality, internationally recognized degree. However, in a competitive employment market, employers look for additional qualities of leadership, independence, and self-motivation, which our students can gain not only in the classroom, but also through extracurricular activities. This year, there were over 150 to choose from, and over 3,500 students participated. Some of these activities themselves had noteworthy achievements. The Politics and International Relations Society won Politics Society of the Year. The Computer Science Society ran their own internationally attended hackathon, and 9 of our sports clubs won leagues or cups this year, including the fencing club shortlisted for the Bucks Club of the Year. This year, over 2,000 students also took part in volunteering and social action, working alongside 250 partner organisations and delivering over 11,000 volunteer hours. Such has been the impact of that volunteering, this year our students received the Queen's Award for Voluntary Service, the highest award given to volunteer groups across the country. These successes demonstrate there's so much more to our graduates, and to recognise the skills gained, each year we award the Royal Holloway Passport. Today's programme lists the 335 students who completed the award this year, as well as a further group of 110 who achieved Passport Gold, a higher level award for students who demonstrated exceptional leadership skills. I'm sure our founders, the social reformer Elizabeth Jesser Reed, and as we heard, the businessman and philanthropist Thomas Holloway and his wife, would have been proud of the rounded nature of our graduates' education and their academic results. In founding Bedford and Royal Holloway colleges, they recognised the life-changing opportunities and benefits of higher education and were passionate in extending them to all. They also recognised, as we do today, that life brings its challenges. Each one of our graduates will have struggled with personal difficulties in relationships, through illness or bereavement, and in coping with additional educational needs. In the spirit of our founders, we, in partnership with you, have supported and encouraged them to overcome these and many other obstacles. I hope also that our graduates this week take inspiration from those receiving honorary awards throughout the week. Their biographies in today's programme reveal outstanding contributions to our world, yet often made in the face of challenge and difficulty. Today marks a milestone in the lives of every one of our graduates, a day I hope that you and they will remember for many years to come. As they now move on, I hope they'll look back on their time here with affection, and I trust that the friendships that they've made will continue to enrich their lives. I hope the same can be said for this university as our graduates enter into a new relationship with us, joining a vibrant association of former students. Concluding the formal part of today's graduation, let us reflect once again on the tremendous achievement of our graduates. Their degree certificates are a testament to hard work, intellectual capacity, and perseverance. But as they now leave this place, those certificates are also statements of future potential. While celebrating what has been achieved, it's important that each of our graduates now considers what they are yet to achieve. Many will be starting full-time employment and others voluntary or humanitarian work. Some will be taking a break, and others will be continuing their studies. Whatever their next steps, I and all the university staff wish them every success in their chosen endeavour. Thank you.
That concludes this morning's ceremony, which we hope you've enjoyed. Please could you remain in your seats until after the recession has departed. When you leave the venue, please make your way, as directed by the stewards, to the North Quad, where the graduates will join you. A fanfare will announce the start of the reception in the South Quad. Would you now please stand for the recession?